I think the students are going to get a real surprise at the different layers of understanding and information about Uluru. The actual experience of being there is something that's very hard to convey through readings, but also the resonance with the history of Australia, both past and the contemporary time. The other thing is the sheer beauty of the rock, and being there, being around it, and seeing the symbolism, seeing actually the dreaming marks on the rock and the ancestral beings come alive. NYU Sydney was initially set up in part by Fred Myers, who's an anthropologist at New York University, and he did his fieldwork in Central Australia with Pintabee people. And so there's this incredibly important link with NYU Sydney and Central Australia.
For me, the most exciting aspect of the trip is that we're actually being led by Petronella Varzan-Morell. She is NYU Sydney's instructor for the Anthropology of Indigenous Australia class, and she's an expert based in Alice.
You know, I've been in class with Petronella, I've been in her Anthropology of Indigenous Art class, so I've been able to kind of learn about the area and the people in the area.
I'm in Anthropology of Indigenous Australia right now, so looking at the history of Australia and seeing that it's a sacred land.
Seeing something like Uluru, which is just this incredible symbol and it's so incredibly important to the Indigenous people here. I'm really just looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to hearing from all the different groups that we are hearing from, all the different tours that we're doing.
I think beyond the fact that this is such a great opportunity to learn from an NYU instructor, Petronella, to learn about Indigenous history, learn about modern day Indigenous experience from Indigenous people. I think that's so important to hear the stories from those people. I think the value is going to be around sort of community building. I don't think you're going to leave this trip, or students are going to leave this trip without sort of this transformative experience.
I think visitors come to Australia familiar with some of the images they've seen, but without a true understanding of the meaning of the place.
It's been really interesting to look at the relationship between like white people in Australia and people that came into Australia and the people that take this as like their land, and that's been a big theme. One of the big takeaways I've had from the class is, first of all, just the diversity of the different language groups that we're looking at in the Northern Territory, and the diversity of language groups that respect Uluru as a sacred site. And I think that it's really important to make sure you're not homogenizing all the Indigenous people, and Petronella's really emphasized that.
It's a wonderful experience, and some of the students are studying Anthropology of Indigenous Art or Anthropology of Indigenous Australia, and it will be really exciting to see how they apply their knowledge and deepen their knowledge. And those students who are not doing those courses, it'll be also very interesting to see the understanding that they come away with. I think it'll be a really life-changing experience. I hope that it will, and it certainly will be hopefully something that we can build on at NYU in the future.
I mean, it's kind of one of these opportunities that you don't want to pass up. I've had steady away experiences where, you know, I've let something like this go by and really regretted it, so I really wanted to have this opportunity with, you know, my peers at NYU Sydney, and I know that Uluru is one of those spots that that is a once-in-a-lifetime experience to go there, and so to go there with such an incredible group of people was just really exciting for me.
It's just something that it's a part of their history and it's a part of their culture, and I'm just privileged to be a part of it, you know?